We return to Moria in another Dawnless Days siege battle for you today, and we do have the forces of evil here attacking in this one, and they are going up against an interesting coalition, that's for sure, of good guys who are on the defense in this one. And as you can see, we are starting off with a cav charge in Moria. There is cavalry inside the mines. What a place to have it. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'm usually not a big fan of defending this area. But I mean, if you're going to use it for a cav charge, I feel like that's an okay strategy. It's something a little bit different. And yet Dale already selling out with some Dale Cavalry Regiment here, trying to get a good few charges. You can see where we have trolls from Mordor now getting stuck in as well, trying to support their half-orc allies. And yeah, straight off the bat, that was not a bad little move there from Dale. Took a fair few rider losses, but he's got a large area now he can operate in here as well. And we do have an interesting trio of defenders. We have Dale, we have Gondor, and we also have, if I can find them, Rohan. They're all the way back here as well. So yeah, we have the people of men defending a dwarven stronghold in this one. A very strange universe we're in, I guess. I don't know. Erebor's away, and I don't know, they've called upon these guys to look after it. I don't know why they've asked for the forces of men, but they have. And we have some shipmen here using those javies of theirs to kill quite a few mountain trolls, already 2 of them dead, and that is a huge loss there for Mordor. A bit of a mistake really for sending his trolls in so early, trying to I don't know, clear that cavalry. Definitely should have overcommitted a little bit. We're going to see the cav charge in once again. And there you go, getting a good charge on the half-orc axes there, and he should finish this unit off for good. But yes, guys, we are back with some more Lord of the Rings action. And if you want to see more Dawnless Days action on the channel, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new on here, and comment, show support. And yeah, definitely get yourself some snacks, get yourself some drinks, and sit back and relax for a glorious siege battle. Not that it's like your typical sort of siege battle, there's no walls to breach. The only gate that you need to breach is that one right at the beginning of the game. And as you can see now, Mordor is spilling on through. He should have some pikes or something ahead. They would have been a good counter to stop any sort of more cavalry shenanigans, but instead it's these shipmen that have been given the job. I don't also like the defense of this stairway. It looks like the defenders aren't going to defend it. I always find that defending these choke points is a fair start for the attackers, because it gives them space to operate. Otherwise, it kind of becomes just one choke point, and that kind of makes Moria very boring very quickly. So yeah, that's always a house rule I always play by, is defend these 3 sort of choke points, never defend that first one. Kind of allows the attacker to get in and do some damage. But I feel like with a cav unit, that kind of gets around that rule, and I'm all for that really. You're not really defending it you're not putting a shield wall up here. This is a mobile defense that can be easily countered by more cav or pikes or spears or a troll, I guess, if it doesn't get javied. And you can quite easily push it back, and then you then start having your line of defense here. It looks like I would say Dale looks like probably one of the better options to attack. Rohan hasn't been given a front line to actually defend. Looks like they're playing a support role. But yeah, Dale would be definitely the better of the 2 options, I think, to charge. Gondor's got Citadel guards in these front lines, so they're going to be pretty hard to kill. Those guys looking glorious. Look at the light gleaming off them. They look amazing. They really do. But yeah, they are getting ready to resist, and you can see they've got lots of Gondor sword infantry back here as well. They look awesome. They really, really do. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this matchup, that's for sure. I kind of want to. It's nice to see something different. It's not like dwarves defending Moria. But yeah, that was a strange move by Dale really charging into that one. The pikes are here backing up these swords. They did get a decent charge on that orc throng. So they did about nearly 40 orc, killed nearly 40 orcs in that charge. But yeah, the pikes behind, they're all done a lot of damage to the Dalian Cavalry Regiment. I mean, they're still looking healthy. 60 riders, pretty much. That's a very effective unit. But yeah, there are now, as you can see, crossbows getting inside, pole arms, lots of archers, lots of things that can counter them. So yeah, on the attack here in this one, we actually looked at the attackers. We do have Isengard, we have Mordor, and then we have the Eastlings as well. So yeah, a good variety of different factions that can be used, and really strong evil factions as well, to be honest. I mean, Eastlings have got strong infantry, like Mordor can bring the Beasts of War, and Isengard has really good elite infantry as well, and also things like Grenadiers and crossbows, which can be really useful at unlocking choke points. And we'll see what they can do. But no one brought any cavalry, or looks like no one brought any cavalry to deal with these guys. And look at that, the trolls are being wasted so early on. I mean, they are already weakened and they're just going to get sent in. But yeah, what a waste. I mean, if you're going to cash out on mountain trolls, you know that they're weak. You need to save them for later on when there's like little to no ammo. You might, if you're going to bring them, or you're going to bring trolls, you should just spend the extra money and bring the LOTR. They're a real pain to try and kill. Another good charge here from the Daily Cavalry. Looks like they did a decent amount of damage to your Uruk Throng there. And you can see the attackers are trying to desperately chase his cav off. Still looking fairly healthy. That cav's done well. Definitely will be charging this half-orc axe. I mean, you can get a nice hammer and anvil here. Actually, Rohan has got a little defense here. They're defending this with guards through the cell. But Dale, yeah, I was going to say, needs to come in. Hammer and anvil. Great charge from Dale there. And yeah, the attackers could desperately do with a bit of cav. I mean, Mordor and the Eastlings can bring cavalry. I think the Eastlings have got a cav general. Yeah, Kahar is out there. I can... Oh. Great if the camera just didn't do that as I go over a little rock. But yeah, Kahar is over here. But I think that's the only cav we have. Oh no, here comes the cav. Servants there. And they brought... Wow. Mordor brought a lot of servants there as well. Why weren't these guys sent in earlier? And there is another troll here as well. So yeah, Mordor, yeah, making some interesting moves. Not bringing cav in early. And his infantry suffering. Even these orc pikes are getting destroyed. I mean, yeah, look at that. I think also this is archer fire from the Bardings over here. They're shooting across the hallway and hitting the back of these half-orc axes, getting some incredible kills. The Dalian Cavs finally getting slayed, but it does not matter. They've done their bit. They have earned their right to rest in the halls of Valinor.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Yeah, they've done really well. They've like paid for their cost, absolutely. Urukai now going in, so this thing's more elite infantry coming in from the attackers. They should maybe defeat Dalian Spear Guards if they're on their own, but they're not. Violent Watchmen in here. And these Violent Watchmen can be a real pain themselves. So yeah, with just a little bit of support like this, might make this a really tough matchup here for Isengard. We will have to see. They're going to have to send in some of their own pikes potentially, which will just bait in archer fire. But we'll see what happens. Violent Watchmen, they're mediums, they're not that great. But I mean, certainly some archer fire from the attackers would be great right now. Dalian Spear Guards, yeah, they're losing pretty quickly. They're not great, to be honest. And yeah, it looks like Archfire here is scaring off these Locrian bowmen. They're not happy with initial losses. They've got to get archers up quickly and in mass amounts if they want to be able to deal with this. I mean, we have got a lot of Bardings here from Dale. Looks like that's where they put a lot of their cash into their Bardings. And we do have King Brand here as well. So we've got 4 Bardings, and they're all really good hybrid units. And yeah, he's focusing down Carnage Sentries here, a Javi unit. And yeah, he's doing a lot of damage to these Forces of Evil really, really early on here. Like, Forces of Good doing a good job. I mean, Balance Power is not in favor of the Forces of Good. But right now, they're looking really, they're looking really strong. Really, really strong. Gondor's actually is struggling over here a little bit. I'm kind of surprised. Uruk's wrong. Yeah, it's not exactly... These aren't things that he should be losing to. And he's now getting archer support from Dale. Yeah, surprising that one of the units is losing, but maybe it's on the charge? I can't really understand otherwise.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Yeah, looks like Gondor should hold on for a little while. This is really good actually in the light here. Where is Gondor going? He's seeing a lot of their forces elsewhere. Gondor is having a little bit of the shuffle of the pack by the looks of it. He's not happy with something. I mean, he's sending more spears forward, a lot of spears actually going forward. Whether he's just layering up his defense, preparing for more of the same, I don't know. But here we go. Now we've got Mordor Orc Bow Rabble getting in here. And yeah, they are going to be responsible for trying to make this sort of archer push happen, try and duel with the Bardings. And it doesn't look good right now. The Bardings are focusing down one unit at a time. This one already half strength and wavering, as is that one. It's already wavering as well. And there you go. That is not good. These guys have the space as well to operate in, but they just constantly get set up. And here the Bardings right now are getting some really good kills. Very, very good. Very good for, again, for good. If you're rooting for good, then yeah, they're doing a good job right now. Excellent job, I should say. There's a lot of good being said. But yeah, if you're rooting for like evil, they might need a little bit more love and support right now, guys. They are having a tough old time. And it could get difficult for the defenders when the ammo runs out. Spear line as well is kind of pushed ahead of the pike phalanx. That's kind of, you know, put them at a little bit of a disadvantage against the Urukai. spears still suffering. We now have Violent Guard as well in the front lines here. So they are already sending forward their elite swords. Dale. I mean, Dale seems like he's brought a very small but very elite army. I looked at it, yeah, all these bardings, and we've got Yeoman of the Mark as well. They are really stacking up the archers here. I mean, actually, the Yeoman of the Mark have nearly used up all their ammo. It's been them firing much more than the bardings by the looks of it. But we have got, it looks like, I think it's a Helming Gas back here. Yeah, we have got some more elite archers still looking forward. We have Theoden as well. You know, he's here defending the halls of Moria, and yeah, we've got lots of sword thanes, but yeah, not exactly thrilling stuff to be seeing as your reserve is those sword thanes. But right now, the initial defense being put up by the defenders is very, very good. If they can split those sword thanes up along the line, that might be better to see. Yeah, as the battle goes on, and like more Loki Rim, more like Easterling infantry and the Isengard infantry gets in there particularly. You don't want to have them facing up against sword thanes, because that is going to be in favour of the attackers. And hopefully the defenders start sending forward with the sword thanes instead of risking the lives of these violent guards. I see in the background here more trolls arriving already, committing both these troll units early as Mordor. It looks like he's going to give a go against the guards move himself. It looked like he was for a moment. Maybe now changed his mind. Maybe he's getting told by his teammates, do not send those trolls in, or maybe it's just pathfinding. I'm not sure. These trolls seem to be having a bit of a struggle right now, understanding where they've got to go. We do have, yeah, Carnage Sentry's going to go. They're going to Javi first by the looks of it. Javi, get your Javis off, and then send the trolls in. Oh, no, the trolls just going in. They don't give a damn. Even though it's a spear unit, I don't think they'll stop this troll unit. But it's the same range as the Bardings and the Yeoman of the Mark have been firing from. So if they can, it looks like actually it's the Helming Gas taking over. The Helming Gas can shoot into the back of those trolls. That could really help that sort of their cause over there. But it looks like Loki Rim supporting the trolls, and they are, yeah, dealing with those guards and move themselves quite nicely. And actually we have Gondor selling out a little bit here, and this could be his downfall. So he does need to be careful of overcommitting, because that's what the defenders want to do. They want to bait you out of those choke points and then surround you. And the Citadel Guards are allowing this to happen. They are routing a few of these units, like the Pikes are routing. I think they're just trying to route these, yeah, these Throng as well. And luckily for them, it isn't much that Gondor, well actually Mordor could have sent that unit in, but it looks like he has recalled the unit pretty quickly. The play that looks like it's going to take place here, I mean, we've got more Rohirrim over here, Sword Thanes being thrown in. But it does seem as though the play is to go through this this sort of alleyway here. There is more units waiting. The Prince's Coast Guard is here. And it looks like, yeah, more Rohirrim. Yeah, for some reason the camera hates that corner. We have more Rohirrim being sent over here, some retainers, and also more guards to move to cell. That looks like the weakest choke point to try and get through. It's not as stacked at all as the other one. I mean, this is looking like the hardest. Now, I said Dale was like, you know, their infantry's not great, and then behind them was Rohan. Like, really want to pressurize here. But the sheer amount of men to get through is quite incredible. Like, there's just a lot of mass. The Violent Guards now in action, they should defeat those Urukai infantry, mainly because the Urks have seen action already, and the Violent Guards are more weak. Yeah, you can see the swords actually are losing. The swords are losing. Where they got Javi fire, I don't know, but they also have Cavernous, some to the eye, but these guys could be not much more helpful earlier on when the when Dale was selling out. And actually Dale has another caveat here, has a Ravanian region. I wasn't paying attention to this. But yeah, they've been selling out as well a little bit, and they've actually managed to help get rid of all pikes, which seems a bit suicidal, to be honest. And I think that's why the Sons of the Eye have made an appearance. The trolls have pulled through, but that is okay. Trolls, in my book, are okay with pulling through. They're a big, large beast unit. They kind of ignore front lines. That's kind of what that whole thing. And it's how you use them as well. You kind of should pull through with them. And you see here they are smashing at the Rohirrim. Their bodies litter the floor of Khazad Dum. But yeah, if you want to send in any of your own Dawnless Days replays, have them featured on the channel, and do feel free to send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. It's the best place to send them in if you ever want to have them featured on the channel. And if you ever want to get involved in any sort of TDD or any sort of Total War action as well on the channel, feel free to join my Discord. The link's down below in the description. We welcome all like skill levels of players, whether you're a veteran of Total War, whether you're brand new to the franchise. You're more than welcome to come and learn your trade on our servers. Yeah, I mean, the spear guard, I've been kind of crapping on them a little bit, and they're not great. They're okay, but they're holding to 34 out of 140, which is more than I thought. Actually, looks like the pike's going to die and break before them. But yeah, I was going to say, Isengard's broken through here on this side. I'm surprised he hasn't already committed to try and getting around. He could break this pike and he's broken that spear. As soon as he flanked there, those units just capitulated. That's all he needs to do is push on. And he's doing that nicely now. We are into the next line of defense. Looks like they're not really accepting the idea of staying here. They're actually going to give space to the evil to set up their own lines now. And you see Rohan is now fighting against his old rival Isengard. Wherever they go in Middle Earth, it seems that they meet each other. And one of their best looking units, the Guard of Mudasel, they're showing their skill. Okay, I don't know, these are heavy spears, they're very heavy. The weight-wise, it's in favor of Isengard, but tier-wise, Guard of Mudasel are higher tiered. Over here as well, Cav. And then the dismounted the servants of the eye. Ah, interesting. They do keep their stats as a cavalry unit by doing this. It's a very cheeky move, and that might be why he bought 3 of them. Try and use them as like elite shock infantry almost. But we'll see how they do, but they seem like they're winning against the Gondor sword infantry here. Whether that'll last, whether they just get the charge bonus like they do when they're mounted. It just seems like they're slaying. Oh, it's this Citadel Guards they're killing off. Apparently they're beating so decisively. But yeah, interesting to see. Well, we'll see whether this works, this strategy, dismounting all this cav, whether it's worth it. It brings a very expensive infantry, pretty much. The trolls look like they've helped push through here, whether they're still alive. Yeah, they are. Oh, and Gondor's made a bit of a mistake here, a bit of a micro mistake. And actually, we've got LOTR that has sneaked on past. And they're dealing with Rohan now. Yeah, play here. Gondor unaware that his Princess Khazad is getting smashed up. I guess he thought this choke point was finished. Big mistake there, and the troll's just going to get 3 kills. I mean, you could also have the Carnage Sentries jowie them, but no real need for that. That's just a bit of a waste. And yeah, now Rohan's having to send more troops here. I'll have to have a quick look and see on the other side. Yeah, there's lots of sword thanes. I have a feeling they probably shifted across from this side. Yeah, I can see a lot of units that have fallen back and been moved elsewhere. Yeomen of the Mark are replenishing their ammo over here with the only supply barrel that's available, I think, in Moria. But yeah, you can see there's a whole long line of sword thanes here, and that's a lot shorter now. So yeah, Dale might be a bit more stretched. Gondor might need to help him out because yeah, Gondor's really stacking up at 1 choke point right now, which is not very productive. He is kind of like needing to stack up here though because he has been losing. And the 7th CI now back to, well, they're losing combat even. They're switching between the 2. Oh, and now winning. They're on a roller coaster of options there. They have actually already earned themselves a chevron as well. They were triple bronze and now silver. They're not doing too bad. And it looks like Gerd is actually going to fall back. They're withdrawing a lot of stuff, as you can see here. And it looks like, yeah, they're not going to carry on supporting this fight here. The sword thanes, they sent a couple in. That's it. They don't want to send any more in here. They feel like this is a lost cause. I don't know. Maybe, maybe isn't. Yeah, it looks like it looks like Rohan has given up on that sort of choke point there at the moment, and it looks like I think this is Eastlings are getting the job of going down this flank here against what is a very sort of pitiful Rohan defense. You can see some of it going on down there. Looks like early Retainers taking on Loki Grim Maceman. That's a pretty good matchup there for the attackers, and they have the chevrons as well to work with. But it does look like we're going to see lots of Eastlings move down this flank here. They have got that Revining region there that might be able to help stall the advance, but there's a lot of Javi units here that, you know, Javis and Cav do not mix. The Cav will get eaten up, but that could be a strategy, you know. Once it gets to this more open area, these Cav units could be quite useful. I mean, they have the one there, Boromir is defending as well. I don't know what Dale brought his King Brand, and then we do have a Theta as well. So they have 2 Cav units, but Mordor has Cav as well he could use, potentially. They've eaten through that first line of Gondorians. That's a bit concerning as well. And it's the same sort of thing that's in the next line. So we'll see how they do. Sends the Eye charging in. We'll see whether they get that sort of charge bonus again. Seems like they do a little bit, yeah. Initially get that decent charge. They could have done maybe freshening these guys up before they send them in. They are very tired. That's not a bad idea, you know. Maybe it's a strategy. Now we got some more Galaxmen in here as well. And them on a charge will not be too bad either. And you can see, yes, Citadel Guards are losing decisively. These Axe and Cav units are doing very well together. Very, very, very nice move. Is this one still a Cav unit? This one is still a Cav unit. This Sons to the Eye. So they have to be some mobile force. Not a bad idea. They're probably going to need it to counter like Theoden. Rohan holding on here a little bit longer than I expected. He's actually defeating the Uruk units here at the moment. So we are back. Unfortunately, the replay for some reason did randomly crash at this sort of point. So we are back at pretty much where we left off. Rohan is still holding strong here against the Uruks, and as you can see, they are about to rout these units here, and it looks like we're going to have the Sons of the Eye maybe going for a little bit of a side charge, or maybe just a frontal charge on here. If these Uruks break anytime soon, they could get a bit of a charge on these weakened Erling men-at-arms, and it also looks like some Sword Thanes here as well. But yeah, Rohan, though they are like pushing back these guys, they can't hold on here for much longer, it seems. The Archfire coming in is pretty devastating, doing a lot of damage. These Uruk-hai crossbows, and we've got more Mordor bow rabble there, you know, doing the damage, you know, whittling away at these numbers. And these are tier 2 units, you know, they're not going to be able to hold forever. The armor's insane, and eventually, as more and more tier 3 and 4 units come forward, they will eventually break on through. But yeah, here we go. Looks like there's going to be a charge now from the Sons of the Eye, and you know, they'll get, even as a melee Cav unit, they'll get a decent charge off. They'll do some damage to these fellas. There you go, cutting these guys down ever so slightly. And that is, yeah, that Sword Thane pretty much routed. Let's go and check out on the other flank here with the Eastlings. How are they doing? They are looking good. For some reason, this part of the map, you can't zoom in very easily, so I do apologize. But we can zoom in from a bit of a bird's eye view, and we can see the LOTR rim here. It looks like they are beating the early retainers, and they are losing on those early retainers. For some reason, you can't go any lower than this. I think it's the rocks and something like that, but yeah, for some reason we can't go down. Also, polearms helping out in there. Loki Rim, polearms and Macemen together as a duo, they'll take out those early retainers easily. It's just nothing really here at the moment that can really combat this combo that's going on. We've got Javis, we've got Trolls, we've got polearms, we've got a lot of resources actually being thrown down this one small choke point. They're going to have to send some more here, and soon. Shipman actually coming over here, a good Javi unit to send up against either polearms or Trolls. But honestly, I'd just use archers to shoot those mountain Trolls. That's probably the best answer for them. Gondor, by the way, is also keeping back his archers a long, long way. I don't know if I'm a big fan of this. He maybe needs to send these to help Rohan on that left flank, or bring them up to help his own flank, because I mean, we're going to see some pretty nasty stuff going soon, and we actually have White Hand Grenadiers getting ready. They might want to pull back a few units here, Mike Mordor, and then, yeah, unleash the Grenadiers, because there's a big blob of Gondorians in here, and I think, yeah, we're about to see grenades start to go flying, and maybe some Gondorians too. And they get blasted. Or maybe not. He changed his mind? I think he has. But still, they're just going to set up here. But definitely, yeah, here we go. Here we go. The pullback from the more elite, the more healthy Mordor units. And now actually they're going to pull back everything. They're going to attempt to pull back everything. And now here go the grenades. And then I would just use every single grenade possible here. Yeah, they threw a couple. Gondor, looks like they might have got out of that one pretty well, actually. Most of the grenades missing. They're trying to hit. Well, actually, that one is a lot worse, though. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the first volley tried to hit the unit that's running away, and that missed most of the shots. But these stationary units got the second volley. And yeah, they're pretty much finished. And they're actually going to try and sell out, I think, to try and get those grenadiers. And instead, they're going to get charged here by Sons to the Eye. And yeah, that's pretty brutal there for Gondor. And they're going to need to send up a second line to sort of replace those men that are about to fall and die. The hands of these Black Numenorians. That was really nicely done there by the attackers. Really good combos. And yeah, it looks like this is the next line they're going to make here. Is another Citadel Guard and Gondor Sword Infantry line. Pretty much has worked so far in holding the line, but they are slowly getting ground down. They're going to need to find some answer. And it looks like they've got pole arms and archers are being reactivated to come forward again. Finally to shoot those grenadiers. Should have happened a little while ago, but it hasn't. Rohan has also been pushed aside over here now, it seems. So they have fallen back some stuff. And Dale's also here as well with some watchmen. So yeah, that's stopped that troll charge pretty much straight away. I'm presuming there's the same trolls that are in this alleyway. Yeah. So those trolls got pulled back and brought over to this side. And for their reward, just getting shot for free. Yeah, the trolls have really had a bad day today. But other stuff has done a lot better, like Cav in Moria has done actually a very good job. Dale Witt is sending forward a tiny little violent guard here on its own. Seems like a really odd thing. I would have just kept this combined in this sword line, well, in this spear and pike line here. But apparently not. Helmingast as well, close at hand. They're a good hybrid unit. They'll be very useful to sort of just, you know, match up with. But it looks like, yeah, the Watchmen are just going to get shot by any range units that are available. But the Watchmen, I was going to say, there's not really many range units left in here. It looks like the Watchmen might be safe. The crossbows just ran out of ammo at this very moment. There isn't much reserves out here, that's for sure. I think the only one that has ammo left, and he's on the other side of the sort of this assault at the moment, is the Eastlings. And the Eastling player looks like he's committing all of his forces over here. He's got a Variag Bowman here. Actually, he's got a lot of Variag Bowman. And yeah, they're all committed down here at the moment. So actually, those pikes on that side might be pretty safe. Apart from the Grenadiers, which obviously could be a problem for pikes. They're pretty safe from range units right now. And if anything, what? That's a pull-through if I've ever seen one. That was an incredible pull-through. It's like the spears weren't even there. I don't know if he meant to do that. But yeah, those Morgul Rangers just charged on through like the spears weren't even there. That's incredible. I've never seen something like that before. The trolls getting stuck in, they're nearly dead though. I would be surprised if they do anything of great impact. And the Morgul Raiders, yeah, they're losing decisively. I think that's mainly because of the pull-through, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, the archer fire, it's a little excessive as man troll. I just leave it, let it die. It'll die in melee. It's wavering, it could just break. But yeah, looks like Isengard has still got the responsibility of attacking on this side here. I mean, he's slowly breaking on through, it seems. And the Grenadiers, yeah, they're the main focus of fire now for the defenders shooting their ammo. They still have half their ammunition left, those Grenadiers. They can do a lot of damage. Some good units back in reserve as well. Berserkers, 3 of them in fact, are ready to go, so they could be useful for breaking through some of these defenses. We still have a lot of Stormers to go in as well, so the attackers have still got a few cards up their sleeves, and personally, in my opinion, this is the most dangerous flank for them to be worried about. If I was the defenders out, I'd be shifting what available reserves you have to this side here. I'm going to see if we can try and get an angle into this choke point fight, but I don't think we can. That's, I think, the best we can do. It's a bit annoying. I kind of hope the attacker's pushing back a little bit so we can get a bit of a better view, but you can get this at the moment. You can see, yeah, it's a very thin line that's still holding on at the moment here, and yeah, it's just it's a nasty combo, and they need to let them fall back a little bit just so they can then like flank the halberds potentially and attack on more than one front. Because right now, yeah, Rohan is just in a one-on-one here. Well, it's more than a one-on-one for Rohan. It's more like a 3-on-1. And yeah, he's losing it out every time. His infantry's not that great. He's going to have to use Gondor's archers here to get flanking shots, or even just shots like now into those halberds. They haven't lost a man yet, those halberds. But yeah, they can get flanking shots. You can get the cav in play. But there's very, very good options here for the defenders to stall this attack now. I don't think this is the play to send the Ravanian Regents in yet. I think you've got to wait until the attackers have made their moves onto these spears and these swords, and yeah, this is not the move right now. Dale is just, all he's achieving here is just scaring the Eastling player back, and he's going to move back up the halberds. And yeah, I think we're going to see. I mean, we're going to see these Ravanian Regents die. No, they don't. But they're getting jabby, that's for sure. Yeah, they're getting close to these Carnage sentries. Let the sentries use their jabbies on the infantry, and let the Ravanian Regents go in and just do some problems. They're going to go up here up this ramp, and they need to come back around again. But yeah, I quite like this strategy that they have going on right now. If they get the cav though down on this flat, that's where they need to be. They're going to get anything done. Oh, they're going to go back in. This Daily player, yeah, making a few mistakes. He should not be committing this cav yet. Be patient. Your time will come. You're being way too aggressive with this Cav. Should be keeping it just about here. And then it leaves a few options open here for the Easing player. You can put a lot of pressure on here and try to take out this guard and move cell, but by doing so, you're opening yourself up for side charges and side shots. But if you attack on both fronts, you're splitting your force, and you can still get charged by the Cav here. Or you can get javied in the side by shipment, or the archers could side shot you. I think this is a really good play they got going on here, and they have just the right amount of infantry. The Cav here extra as well is really, really good. One more sword wouldn't go amiss, but it doesn't look like they have that sort of ability right now, the defenders. They are short on troops just about everywhere, and still are guards over here for Mordor. Yeah, about to be broken through by Mordor. Like, Mordor is making a real good push. Losing some key assets like trolls really early on. He's certainly, you know, with what minimal resources he has left, done a good job. I mean, the White Hand Grenadiers also helped him out a bunch in getting him through. Isengard has been a real MVP. Whether he'll have much left at the end of this game, I don't know. But yeah, they have done a good job. Since the Eye, like bringing them, it seems like this has worked really nicely. Like the Cav in Moria, who would have thought it? So they would be actually quite useful. Looks like they're going to go into the Helming Gas. I don't know if it really was on. It looked half on, not like half the unit made the collision. The rest kind of got stuck in the rest of the ongoing melee. Whether that was on, I don't know. They are probably going to lose a few riders from that. What is still outside for the attackers? There's, oh god, where are we? Where are we? There are still things out here. There's still Uruk Bodyguard. Okay, Mordor still has some infantry out here, including Ugluk. But that, I think, is it now. I think that is pretty much everything else committed. So we'll get back inside. We'll see what else is going on. Yeah, you can see Gondor is now also about to lose here. And now he's thinking about doing the same thing as Rohan, trying to use two different flanks, trying to allow himself to get a bit better angles with his archers. It's not a bad play. It really does work. And it looks like, yeah, Pelican Marine's being shifted off somewhere else. I don't know where they're going, but they might need to stay with Gondor right now. He might also be in a lot of trouble. Gondor and then this Rohan flank are definitely looking like the worst at the moment. Dale's hanging on, but barely. Like, Eastings have thrown their entire army down here. This is like a pretty much untouched force. Eastings have really not, we've seen very little action, you could say, for these things. They've still got a lot to give, and you can see those LOTR and Macemen are beating the guards of Mudasheld. Evidently, yeah, these archers are going to say giving no support. It's because they're retreating. These archers need to just shoot the LOTR, support that fight. The guards of Mudasheld, a handy unit. They can, it's a bit of archer support. They can get a few kills. Same with the pole arms as well. Could have done with shooting them. Because he's done the right thing with the pole arms here, and he's put them into this choke point to stop any sort of Cav flanking charges, or the Cav just getting involved in any of these combats, really. So yeah, really nicely done. And yeah, he's played that really nicely. We're good to see the shipment in a moment. I think they're going to come up, maybe try and javies these halberds, but we'll see. That will certainly weaken them, but it won't kill them off. The shipment should javy before they go in. Should have two volleys to give. There you go. Javi away, boys. So glad that they got their Javies back. Makes them such a more viable javelin unit, just sword unit to use. I think they aren't excellent. They are heavy melee infantry. I think you had to like really lower their costs to make them viable. Otherwise, people are just going to spend the extra cash on alien swords, which are pretty solid. But there you go. All the Javies going in. They've done a bit of damage to those halberds. On 87 men left. A little bit more archer fire, and they'd be cleared out. And then the Cav can have a bit of fun, and even could right now if the time is a little bit better. The halberds might be about to just recommit back to their line. The Ravani Regents might be able to get a side charge here into the Macemen if they're quick about it, but it's going to have to be very quick. We'll see.
Men have given up and are running for their lives.
He looks like he's going to charge the halberds. Not a warfighter. The halberds haven't committed, but it is a costly idea. Still going to lose a lot of riders. You can see, yeah, losing's pulling out of that combat. Yeah, still a lot of damage. The halberds lost about 10 men. Yeah, it's better just and safer to just shoot these guys. It would be better to charge in the Macemen. And now because he's fallen back, yeah, these things are actually going to break through here. And I'm a little bit disappointed by that. I feel like Dale could have done a better job. Dale and Rohan could have done a better job of holding that sort of flank. But yeah, they're going to fall back. And then what's this? This isn't going to hold against these slings, that's for sure. They're just going to delay them. And yeah, you can see actually Dale's falling back on all these other fronts as well.
They're not done yet.
I mean, I guess I'm going to try and defend the cap points. There's one here. There's another one back there. This one's probably the hardest to hold out of the two I would have said at this moment. But yeah, we have a lot of archers left for the defenders, and they're not necessarily great archers. We've got some Helming gas, some Bardings, but yeah, they all look a little banged up. And yeah, look at this. Easton's nearly breaking through. I'm surprised the Eastons haven't just flanked. They could just go through inside these columns, get around them, just keep them momentum going. Because, yeah, they need to.
Cowards.
They really, really need to. But yeah, I was kind of a bit disappointed by this lack of defense here. I feel like this could have been a lot better. And look at this. Mordor's getting in behind. He's broken. Did he break through Gondor? Oh, I think he has. Yeah, he's absolutely murdered him. Look at this. Servants of the Eye with the Witch King going in. And they're going to try and run down, I guess, these pole arms. That's a really brave move. I mean, it's not much risk for him to... Well, I said it's not much risk. He's still got 2 healthy sword units, quite useful. He might need to be careful with his Witch King. He doesn't want to charge him down too aggressively with King Theoden, pole arms, and the Ravanian regions lying around. Need to just hang fire a little bit there, Witch King. But yeah, his cavalry is doing great work. Even this 19-man unit, we've still got another healthy one that's yet to be committed. So yeah, they have a lot of cav. And actually, for this later stage of Moria, always is not a bad idea if you do get pushed back here. Some Moria games, obviously, you can just fight in the same choke points all game, and you see no sort of movement until the very end when someone loses their entire army. Or sometimes they're a bit more like fluid, a bit more open, and you actually use the entire map. Late game, cavalry could be quite viable for these sort of areas around this sort of pit of abyss, which I guess is where the Balrog lives. But yeah, it does seem as though we're actually going to see a bit of cav play in Moria. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, they could have done with cav over here. If they like Mordor sent his cav the wrong way, run down these Bardings and these Helming gas. He sent the other one walking down here. But yeah, I feel like I feel like Dale should go for this. This is definitely a viable charge now. I feel like the Witch King's not getting immediate support anytime soon. I feel like they could have got support to him a lot quick. Support to help the Ravanian regions out. That might have been a missed opportunity. I feel like the Witch King was fighting off more than he can chew there. But like I said, it's not the worst general to lose in the world. I'll say that. There's still a fair few healthy swords, and it looks like one healthy shock for Mordor. But yeah, his units that are left, he's got those Uruk bodyguards and the Servants of the Eye. They're pretty elite. They'll hold okay without the morale. If they lose Kahar, which is probably the worst one to lose, because these things have a full army pretty much, that would be the worst one I'd say to lose. Uruk, if he gets lost as well, could be a bit devastating, but he's still got some fairly elite units like the Berserkers that fight to the last man. He's still got White Stormers. They'll fight fairly hard, even without a general. So we'll see. Witch King here, though, is really baiting. I think he's wanting them to use the Archer Fire. But he looks like, yeah, it looks like Mordor is going to throw him in. Yeah, here we go. Really bold of him. He's going to go for the Black Veil Archers, and he's baited. He's baiting well, that's for sure. I still think Theoden could have caught him. Theoden could have caught him. I mean, the polearms here can support. I guess the Archer Fire here would have been what they're... I think this is what, obviously, the Forces of Good are worried about. Yeah, these Variant Bowmen, which have been activated now to shoot Theoden. If they get a good volley here, we take a good 10 or so riders down. Yeah, 4 or 5. Not too bad. That is what they're worried about, obviously, is those archers. And these are the real problems left for the Forces of Good, these Variac Bowmen. They still have a lot of ammo, and they're a decent hybrid unit as well. But definitely not like Helming gas sort of level of hybrids, but that's okay. There you go. I'd say it's a better charge there for the Servants of the Eye. Yeah, they did a lot better. And they outnumber this unit, and it's a general unit. What more do you need to say about it? It's definitely not going to be a Dalian victory, this cav fight. A little bit of support, though, here from the Forces of Good, man. And they could have, maybe caused a bit of problems here for the Witch King. He's still, again, like I said, bit of way more they can do. These things have gone the other direction to attack the other choke point. There's nothing here, really, like the Forces of Good were like, oh, yeah, we'll try and maybe take him out. I mean, Theoden was on the wrong side, fair enough. But yeah, these archers didn't turn around for Dale and try and give him a few volleys. Maybe they knew they weren't going to kill him. Whether they, I don't know, maybe they just don't want to focus him down with ammo, or where they want to shoot other stuff. I mean, that was a general. I mean, now definitely Rohan here could bait this one. He could definitely bait this one here. The Witch King just lead Theoden here. Just see whether He'll be baited it. You like just leave him there, just pretend you're not microing him, and in the last moment just charge. Be interesting to see. Another like stack up here with pole arms, shipment, and Princess Coast Guards trying to stack up. I mean, against Carnage Sentries, I'd imagine that the Galen player will win here because mediums against heavies, and I mean the Carnage Sentries are nearly all dead anyway. Yeah, still a lot of fairly healthy low current to go in. And then there's all the Variag Axemen back here as well, which are all in a decent condition. Then there's still also the Runic Warlords all the way over here that are looking very good. So they've got plenty of good units that could go in. The shield wall here hopefully will help stop the Pelagian Marines from getting some decent jabby volleys. We'll see though. I mean, they could sideshot, these Variag Bowmen could sideshot the Pelagians maybe here. It looks like they're losing out in a sort of range fight against, well, it looks like against Gondor and Rohan. They're focusing down at one Variag at a time. This one's nearly broken. They probably need to finish it off. Looks like, yeah, they might get another one here, but I don't think they'll get all of them though. And if they, even if they did get them all, they're going to use up all their ammo before even let these halberds go. And there's still the shock as well as a problem. They do need to be, not be wasting any of their cab, put it like that, or any of their archers, I should say. I say cab because look at this, Theoden's gone in. Again, a really risky charge. Hasn't lost a rider yet. He was 66 after that Variag volley. He's going to lose a couple, I think, on the pull out here. Like this guy. Yeah, there you go. They killed 20 low curing. I mean, the shield wall looks like it did a really good job. If he's going to cycle in and out again, I mean, this is not. They're not advancing, and they're in shield wall. Yeah, they are. This is probably the best an axe unit could hope for. Kahar's actually helping. There he is in the black armor. It's the general for both Rohan and also Rune clashing here, or I should say the Eastlings. Yeah, they're clashing. They're doing a bit. The better charge that time. You can see that the axes are starting to die. I feel like Loki and Mason could do with a little bit of a buff. I don't know. I feel like the Eastlings are a very meh sort of faction, really. Theoden, though, holding on pretty well. He's going to need some infantry support. I don't know why he hasn't had it. Here we go. Gondor's setting up archers. It looks like, yeah, the Variags over here are going to start shooting into the flank of Theoden, which is what should have happened earlier. But yeah, if the archers can get in there, then Theoden can retreat. Because Kahar otherwise is going to run him down. I'm surprised Pelican Marines may be able to come up and try to jabby as well. Whether they're worried about hitting Theoden, which is a very real possibility. Over on this side here as well, looks like the Sword Thanes have just been absolutely trampled here by the Witch King. My gosh, these poor bastards being trampled by that undead Nazgul. It's again, it's just a lot of Sword Thanes left at the end here. It's not going to be. It's not what you want to trust your game in. It's Rohan's infantry. They should have been the guys on the front line, supported by all this archer fire that the forces of good have. Yeah, we've got Yoma in the mark here, fighting on alone against Halberd. Shock of these things. Looks like we are going to see Violent Guards go back in. Theoden has managed to get out of there. He's still got 41 of his riders left. I was going to say, I hope someone has gone over here to actually capture this point. And there is someone over here capturing. It's just some mortal bow rattle and some weak Isengard crossbows and archers. That's good. That's going to give them some. So there you go. With the capture of that, they're going to get a bit of a battlefield-wide bonus as we dip into another abyss. That actually takes away from the forces of good as well. They will no longer get that bonus themselves. Still get a bit of a bonus from the other sort of cap point that they're still defending. But yeah, maybe they I feel like they defended the wrong one. You've got more choke points to defend it. It's 3 choke points. Well, this one is just the 2, where they feel like you can just give flanking shot a little bit like worse, which is the case. I'd say it's a smaller space, and there's still quite a few units left for the forces of good trapped in this sort of encirclement. But Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'd go for the less choke points. But maybe they felt like more of their forces were on this side, so it's easier to defend, like to retreat to this side. I don't know. Yeah, the Eastling push right now is pretty relentless. A lot of units in here losing for the defenders, a lot of the marshes as well. Pelican Marines, I think they're trying to maybe find an angle to get a side shot instantly. I don't think they're going to get in for the moment. I mean, I'd probably defend this side. Stop this Witch King from cycle charging. If he keeps cycle charging, he'll eventually get cycle charged into a Javi volley if the Pelican Marines are there. Uruk Bodyguard can take over, it looks like in the front lines here.
Broken and running for their lives.
There you go.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat.
They're going to try and sort of... Yeah, he's still coming forward as the Witch King here. And I thought he was dismounting for a moment, but he's not. They've not decided to do that ploy just yet with this unit. There you go. I mean, it looks like, oh, we're going to have one more volley from the Grenadiers as well. It looks like they're getting point-blank range. I don't think there's any ammo left yet for any of these defending arch units. Just one little Grenadier volley is all it's going to take. Just hit, just roll the grenades. Oh. No, wow, how close do they want to get? Are they going to try to blow up their own unit here? I think it must be pathfinding or something. Yeah, they're pulling back the Uruk Bodyguards. I think they're going to try and grenade these guys if they get the chance. Everything's pulling back for Mordor. Yeah, he needs to pull back a little bit because otherwise Rohan will charge him. Now grenade. Now grenade Isengard. Nope. We're going to see another charge from the Witch King here. Not a bad charge. I think that wasn't a pull through necessarily. That's just like the units just carrying on. They do lose some that sometimes. And that's usually how you lose men because they overcommit. The models do, and when you try to pull them back through, they pull back through so many lines of infantry and they get cut down. Which, as you saw there, the Witch King lost quite a few riders in that charge. Looks like Helmingast might be joining the front lines. I don't remember if these guys can form shield wall. I think they can. That was a terrible charge there from the Witch King. He's going to get countercharged by a Helmingast. That one could be a problem for the Witch King. But at this point, I don't think it really matters if he loses his general. We have 3,600 attacks against 900 defenders. So, yeah, if they do manage to mess this one up, I'll be surprised and very disappointed in the attackers. Boromir's now on the front lines. Pelican Marines also trying to support. They haven't used all their morale. Oh, sorry, all their ammo. Disappointing to see. And Boromir's losing decisively when he's now fighting Runic Warlords. These are healthy units as well. Again, the Javi should definitely be used all up, trying to hit these very vulnerable shock infantry that, you know, can't block a javelin if it gets thrown at them. I've seen this quite a bit recently in a few TDD sort of replays. People not using all their ammunition. Like, you bought this unit for a reason. That'll be because it has ammo. It's not an excellent sword unit. You're not bringing it for that reason. Theoden, by the way, is breaking. And I think that's not helped by all the sword thanes and various other infantry also breaking. Bardings are in here. I think the Helmingast might have broken as well. Yeah, they broke up. 68, it's a bit high for them to be breaking. Oh, they're only tier 3 now. They're a trained unit, not elite anymore. There you go. Theoden's broken. That's now Rohan, I think, out of the game. It's now down to Dale and also Gondor. They're holding the other choke points just fine for the moment. Well, Dale could maybe do with his Violent Guards being supported by Coast Guards, but they need to push forward a little bit, those pole arms. Get actually into the action. Yeah, it looks like the Witch King might die here fighting the Bardings, but he's done a pretty decent job. Stones to the eye. Again, yep, trying to flank around, trying to, you know, kill Brand. Looks like he's going to die fighting alongside his kinsman, and there you go. I think that's Dale about to master out in a moment. It might be also Gondor. Yeah, there you go. Dale's Violent Guards break. There goes Bardings, and I imagine it won't be long till also Gondor goes as well. But yeah, there you go. The Pelican Marines getting absolutely swamped. And it looks like they use up nearly all their ammo now, but still disappointing. And there you go. Mordor's going to break through with cavalry as well. What a show by that cavalry. One of the MVPs of this game. mounted and dismounted at different points. And there you go. That is going to be today's siege battle. A Pyrrhic victory for Mordor and its allies. So well done to them. This was sent in by Tanzim, who was playing as Mordor. So thank you very much, man, for sending this one in. And yeah, he got some great kills with his cav. His trolls, one got 197 actually, but the other one, yeah, wasted really. But yeah, his cavalry, the MVPs of the day for him: 420 kills, 201, 335 kills. His sword infantry did okay. His archers did nothing. 199, 149, 139. They did okay. And 104 with the Morgul Raiders. But yeah, the Cav again, excellent. I mean, the Witch King 332. Yeah, some excellent kills with the Mordor Cav. Who would have thought it at Moria as well? Jackaboy playing as Isengard, did a good job slugging away against Rohan and also Dale for a long time with his infantry. That's what he's there for. Getting good kills with certain units like the Grenadiers, 250 kills. Uruk-hai crossbows, 266. 112. The Berserkers didn't actually see any action. They were never used. It's impressive. The same with the Stormers, really. But his swords, 288, 150, 209, 157. Yeah, most of these, actually all these swords got triple figures, which is very good. Then we have Arjun playing as Eastlings. 122 kills with his Variag Axeman. 238 with another one here. His Runic Warlords, 160 kills, the best of those three. But still all were very healthy. Loki and Maceman did pretty solid as well. 166, 150, 153, 152. So yeah, some pretty good kills for them. Lokirim Halberds getting 196 kills, and then his archers, one got triple figures, getting 110 kills there. Then we have Dutch Wolf playing as Rohan. An interesting build, that's for sure. I'm surprised that, he didn't bring a bit of his own cav as well. He did bring Théoden, admittedly, but yeah, I was surprised he didn't bring in his own bit of cav to try this Sally sort of strategy that Dale was doing. But yeah, his infantry really just sucked. I mean, 97 kills with a Sword Dane there. Guards Mudasil, 98. His archers did okay. They're all getting triple figures: 265, 321, 185, and 186. Yeah, they did pretty well. But yeah, the Sword Danes just don't match up well against much stuff really at all. And they just got outclassed. Then we have Pot Volk of Die. And he was playing as Dale. 175 kills with King Brand. His Violent Guards, 100 and 148 kills. Pretty low for them, really. His Spears, didn't actually get many kills, but they held for a while. Just didn't get kills. 83 kills with the Watchman. His Bardings did well, all getting triple figures: 226, 264, 260. The Dale Cav Regiment, 404 kills, but then his Regents, only 93 kills. Definitely wasted this unit compared to his Dale Cav Regiment. Definitely maybe should have used both at the beginning, or just use this one a bit better, because he did an excellent early game with his Dale Cav Regiment. Then we have Sylvian Joe playing as Gondor. 30 kills with Boromir before, I guess, he just mass routed. The Gondor Sword Infantry, only one got triple figures. It was this one, 125. His Citadel Guards, 139. And then his Blackroot Reveal Archers, 166, 111 with the Gondor Archers here. But yeah, he had a rough game, did Gondor. I feel like playing up against Mordor. Mordor just seemed to have ways of getting around him, whether it was good Grenadiers helping from Isengard, or the Cav dismounting seemed to have worked really well against Gondor. And also, just the Cav sort of cycle charges as well also worked well as well. But there you go. That is today's Dawnless Days siege battle. Cav in Moria. Who would have thought it's a strategy? But it works, guys. Definitely go and check out some of these other videos appearing on your screen if you haven't already. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and all that shenanigans. If you want to see more Dawnless Days action, then that's the best thing to do. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.